In fact, with rising infiltration bids and ceasefire violations by Pakistan, Lieutenant General K H Singh has spoken to Times Now. He says the army is prepared for any eventuality.
Firstly, I will not like to share any specific input as such, but there are general inputs that the militant groups may try to target the soft targets, particularly in our rear areas and places like schools and the civilian areas, maybe places of worship, etc. But I'd like to assure you that all security agencies and at least my troops under my command are alive to such designs, and we'll make sure that such things are defeated in detail.
To carry out the terror attacks here, we have got the input that there are certain coordination centers across the line of control. Can you give us the detail what these coordination centers are, what are their plans, and what they are going to do in the coming days?
These coordinating centers between the militants, the ISI and army has always been there, in their training centers as well as in their launch pads. The only thing that, the only new thing which I feel is that the coordination that is taking place has gone up to a larger scale because they want to energize the militant activities across. But let me assure you that Indian Army is fully prepared for any eventuality, and you will be proud of Indian Army.
What about the Taliban being pushed over to this side of the border? What are the inputs in that regard?
As of now, there are no tangible inputs about Taliban being pushed to our side, and also that Pakistan Army itself, as you are aware, they are themselves battling the Taliban, Taliban Pakistan, as you are aware. But I don't think they will be successful in any manner. Let me assure you once again that Indian Army, you all should be proud that we will live up to the expectation of the nation.
Well, Pradeep Datta is on the phone line with me. Pradeep, Lieutenant General K H Singh over there also talking about non-specific inputs really about the fact that militant groups could perhaps now target soft areas like schools and places of worship. Now, what are the measures that the Indian Army as well as other security forces are looking at putting in place?
Yes, General K H Singh, who is the GOC 16 Corps, he said that in view of the Barack Obama's visit during the Republic Day celebration, they have got the general input that the terrorists may plan to carry out the attack on schools and religious places. They may be looking for the soft targets so that they can make the big banner headlines. That is what the terrorists may be planning. He said that all sorts of measures have been taken. The area domination and other security measures will be taken to ensure that all the nefarious designs of the Pakistan as well as the terrorists are foiled. He said the terror infrastructure is quite intact on the other side of the border. Still 43 training camps are operational, of which 15 are opposite Rajouri, Poonch and Akhnur sectors. And there are 36 launch pads where about 200 militants are right now waiting to sneak in. He said what actually he's observing these days, there are about the coordination committee is being set up on the other side, which is working where Pakistan Army, ISI and terror groups are working in tandem to just step up the terror-related activities to sabotage peace in the region.
Right.
But he said they are well prepared to counter any nefarious design from across. So all sorts of security measures are being taken,
Right.
counter-infiltration gadgets intact, so that they can foil their nefarious designs.
Absolutely. Now, Pradeep, winter usually is a time when we don't see too many terrorists coming inside from the launch pads. But once the winter starts to recede, we will, as always, see numbers come up in that. So what are the measures that the Army is looking at putting in place in that aspect?
See, as I said earlier, there are about 200 militants. What actually GOC 16 Corps said, they are waiting for an opportune moment to sneak into this side of the border. A reason being that there is a very less activity from the line of control because of the snowfall. Many of the passes are closed. So we have seen that during the last few days, they have tried to increase their activity from along the international border. That is why we have seen that off and on there has been ceasefire violation where the Pakistani Ranger as well as the Pakistani regular, they try to provide the cover fire so that they can push in terrorists. But to counter all these things, he said that they are well prepared to counter any kind of an eventuality. Already
Right.
the counter-infiltration grid is intact, and besides this, they are trying to ensure that even in hinterland, these militant activities do not succeed and they are able to pin them down before they are able to raise their head.